Uncle Joey here with the joint. It's Monday, the 15th of the month. We're at the fucking halfway. That's it. We got 6 weeks left in this fucking year. 6 weeks left in 2021. I'm fired the fuck up. My dick is hard thinking about 2022. Seriously, man. It's been a fucking roller coaster. So I just want this shit to fucking end. And let's get this motherfucker started. I'm expecting the surge in December, like it's surging all over the country. So we're going to get a little surge in the East Coast once everybody goes inside. But we'll be alive and kicking by February. You just got to fucking, don't get yourself in no corona situations in December and January so you can see Santa Claus. I mean, I don't even know if Santa Claus is going to show. That motherfucker, he has to show a proof of vaccination so to get into most states. So I don't even know if fucking Santa's going to do what he's supposed to do. It was a great weekend. I'm sorry about the generator noise. The power went out in the fucking neighborhood. A tree went down. All you could hear are fucking generators in my neighborhood. Thank God it was the first thing I got. When we got here on the 1st of September, and we ordered a generator on the 4th because they told us that power goes out, the trees go down. These motherfuckers don't cut the tree. I'm down here like, what's that dude that used to live in the mountains, Jeremiah Johnson? Like fucking trees everywhere. But what are you going to do? They go down, you fucking, you live, and we got the generator. Let me tell you something. I went out last night. It was fucking dark. I mean, you could really see the difference what street lights do for you. And it's already dark down here as it is. This is fucking darkness on the edge of town. But last night with no power, holy shit. All you were living on was high beams. It really is a fucking weird adventure. Thank God I didn't do shit this weekend. I mean, I did the usual stuff with the family. The UFC was fucking great. 2 weeks in a row. Yair Rodriguez against fucking Max Holloway. I did not bet the fight. I didn't even bet yesterday. I just wanted to watch that fight. I was busy, and I sat down, and I got home for that fight. I think it started at 5:45. And I got to tell you, those two fucking guys, I take my hat off to them. That was a hell of a fucking brawl. They beat themselves up with everything with the kitchen sink.
Was that the guy with the foot?
Oh my God! His foot looked like mine. It looked like my foot without the fungi toe. I mean, it was fucking huge. The fight was just spectacular. And I tell you, I was one of the first naysayers of the UFC when they went to Fight Island. I didn't think they could pull it off. I got to take my hats off to Dana White. He's done a great job. And I'm sitting there watching this fight, and all of a sudden, for some reason, the fight's over. I'm going to eat dinner. And I'm about to go upstairs, and my buddy called me. He goes, go on Twitter, look at some chick that pissed on a guy in some fucking concert in Daytona Beach. Holy fuck. I was in shock at how much piss came out of that fucking monkey. That poor guy, he's dead. He drowned. I don't know. Everybody keeps talking about the disaster in Astroworld. What about the disaster in Dayton? That chick with that, God knows what was in her piss, fentanyl, what the fucking guy was on the floor, whatever. But when I went down there to look at Billy's post about the chick, I saw this fucking video of Conor McGregor mad dogging the TV. Like the TV was on with Max Holloway, and Conor McGregor had his fucking chest flexed and his back flexed, and he's just walking back and forth looking at fucking Max Holloway, like saying shit, and I'm like, this poor bastard doesn't know that this sport isn't waiting for him anymore. Like they're doing, like by that fight last night, what I saw 2 nights ago, Saturday night, that fucking fight, I was like, where the fuck is Conor McGregor gonna fit in all this? Is he gonna fight Max Holloway? That's not gonna fucking happen. I don't even think he could hold his own against Yair. I mean, time is just passing you by. That's just to let you know, dog. You get injured or something like this in sports, and I've said it before, whether it's the UFC, the NBA, the NFL, whatever the fuck it is. Like, I never knew that the longevity of a running back was 3 years. I never knew that. When I found that fact out, I fucking died. I was like, that's it? So that means like the guys that I follow, like Barry Sanders and fucking all those guys I liked when I was young, the guy from the Dallas Cowboys and all those guys, they were like one of 20. Like, you know how hard it is to make it in the NFL? You're like one of fucking 20. And that's why you have to take care of yourself. Like, you know, all those great players that I like, you know, the guy from fucking San Francisco, not Joe Montana, but the receiver, Jerry Rice. I mean, they weren't running backs and stuff like that, but now you understood why they took care of themselves. Like around, it wasn't just a football season. Like those guys got to lift weights, they got to fucking go to yoga. You have to do so much to be at that elite level of professionalism, because that's what happens, injuries. An injury could set you back so fucking long. Like, I go to jiu-jitsu, I'm an old fucking man, I go to jiu-jitsu, but I know that if I don't lift weights and I don't do a little bit of yoga from time to time and I don't fucking stretch at night, I know I could pull something like I did 2 years ago with the fucking hamstring. I walked out of the house with a tight hamstring. If you have a fucking board and you freeze that motherfucker, you know, it's easier to break. It'll just fucking snap. And that's what happened to my fucking hamstring. So that's why I stretch. There's so much. It's like there's so much to be a stand-up comic. It's just not, you know, I thought when you got into stand-up comedy that you just walked up on the stage and cracked jokes. I didn't know about the writing. I really did. If you guys think, dog, I knew nothing about the mechanics of stand-up comedy, but I always thought that a guy just called the club and said, what are you guys doing tonight? Oh, nothing. We're just down here fucking eating fucking ribs. Well, this is Joey Diaz. I'm going to come down and do like 48 minutes. Do you have a camera? We could dust one up. It's in the basement. All right, see if you could tape it because I want to fucking send it to HBO tonight. I thought that's what it was. I really did. I didn't know that you had to write, you had to work out, you had to go out on stage every fucking night. And then when you get to that level of comedy, like you're like, okay, I'm doing great, I'm writing, I'm doing this. But then you start drinking, you start fucking the waitress, you start fucking lying to the booker, and now you get the other end of comedy, which is now is when you have to put the brakes on and go, okay, that's what I'm going to do. That's not what I'm going to do. I'm not going to fuck any waitresses. I'm not going to fuck the owner's daughter. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to snort coke. And you see what works for you after a while. You know, you just see what fucking goes. But 3-4 years ago, you know how hard it was to be me? Like what went into that? I respect those Chappelles, and I respect the Rogans, and I respect Bert Kreischer's. Not, you know, we don't get paid to get on stage and crack jokes. We do that for free. That shit's free. We get paid for getting on a plane, losing our luggage, having to get up at 5 in the morning, dealing with an Uber driver that don't speak English. Not to mention he's got a stink coming out of his armpit that you can't even sit in the back seat. You got to open up both windows and it's wintertime.